Flirting often feels like walking a tightrope without a safety net. Every step seems perilous, and you're constantly worried about making the wrong move. But here's the truth. Even if you stumble, it's rarely a catastrophe. At worst, it's a slightly awkward moment that you can laugh about later, maybe over a beer with your friends. Plus, if you do fall, it's not into an endless abyss. It's more like tripping on a curb. The key is to enjoy the process, embrace the awkwardness, and remember that flirting isn't a life or death situation. It's more like a game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's always better when you're having fun. Number 10. Focus on building self-confidence. Confidence is the key ingredient to a successful approach, but it's important to differentiate between self-assuredness and arrogance. A survey conducted by Match.com in their Singles in America study found that confidence is one of the most attractive traits, with over 70% of women rating it as highly desirable in a potential partner. Confidence can be built by setting personal goals, focusing on your successes, and practicing positive affirmations. Physical posture is a great place to start. Standing up straight with shoulders relaxed and maintaining steady eye contact are body language signals that project confidence. Additionally, the power of self-care, getting regular exercise, practicing good hygiene, and dressing well cannot be overstated in boosting your confidence levels. Number 9. Understand body language cues. Body language accounts for over 50% of communication, according to research by Dr. Albert Mehrabian. Understanding the subtle nonverbal cues can help you determine how well the interaction is going. For example, mirroring is a positive signal. If she starts mirroring your gestures or posture, it shows she's comfortable with you. Feet pointing toward you is also an encouraging sign, indicating that she is engaged. Conversely, feet pointed away or arms crossed are indicators that she might be disinterested or uncomfortable. It's helpful to stay relaxed and observant. Don't stare, but do pay attention to these cues, which can provide valuable insights into how to proceed. Maintaining a confident yet open body posture yourself can also encourage her to feel at ease and engage more openly. Number 8. Respect her space. Respecting personal space is crucial when approaching someone. The proxemic study by Edward T. Hall categorizes personal space into different zones, and it's important to start in the social zone, which is about 4 to 12 feet away when initially approaching someone. As the conversation progresses, you can gradually move closer if she seems comfortable. Inappropriately entering someone's personal space too quickly can come across as invasive and intimidating. Studies have shown that respecting a woman's physical space right from the beginning lays the groundwork for trust. If she starts to lean in while talking, you can reciprocate to show you're attuned to her level of comfort, but always be mindful of her reactions to ensure she feels secure throughout the interaction. Number 7. Start with a genuine compliment. Psychologists suggest that compliments are effective when they are specific and sincere. A study from the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that people are more responsive to unique and thoughtful compliments. Instead of saying, "You're beautiful," which might sound generic or insincere, opt for something like, "You have an amazing sense of style. I love how you combined those colors." This shows that you're observant and genuinely interested. Timing is also crucial. Delivering the compliment right after a natural observation, rather than as an immediate opener, can make it sound less rehearsed and more spontaneous, which is always appreciated. It also helps to follow up the compliment with an open-ended question, as this invites her to engage and makes the interaction more dynamic. Number 6. Use openers that encourage dialogue. Using effective openers can be the difference between a quick rejection and a meaningful conversation. Dr. Monica Moore, a psychologist who has studied the behavior of men and women in social settings, notes that curiosity-driven questions are the most effective for engaging in meaningful dialogue. Questions like, "What's the most exciting thing you've done this week?" or observations about a shared context. "This place has such a cool vibe, don't you think?" Create a platform for natural interaction. Research indicates that open-ended questions are more likely to lead to sustained conversations, as they give the other person a chance to share more about themselves, creating a better connection. Remember to be attentive to her responses and build on them with follow-up questions to keep the conversation flowing smoothly and show genuine interest. Number 5. Show genuine interest. Listening actively is not just polite, it's attractive. A study by the University of Nevada found that people rate good listening skills as a key attribute in someone they would date. Active listening involves more than just hearing. It includes paraphrasing, nodding, and using positive reinforcement like "That's really interesting. Tell me more." Body language plays a role too. Leaning slightly forward shows you're interested, as does maintaining eye contact. Avoid distractions like checking your phone, as these behaviors can easily come off as disinterest. Genuinely trying to understand her world, her hobbies, and her passions can help you create a deeper, more meaningful interaction. And asking thoughtful follow-up questions shows that you care about what she has to say, which builds trust and emotional connection. Number 4. Use humor, but don't overdo it. Humor is powerful in forming connections, as it reduces tension and creates a sense of comfort. A study published in the Journal of Research and Personality shows that women tend to associate a sense of humor with intelligence and social competence. Self-deprecating humor can be particularly effective, as it shows you don't take yourself too seriously, making you more relatable. However, avoid jokes that could be construed as offensive or overly sarcastic. Humor that pokes fun at yourself or light-hearted observational humor tends to go over best. It's essential to gauge her reactions. If she laughs and plays along, that's a green light to keep it going. But if she seems uncomfortable, it's time to switch gears and focus on other aspects of the conversation to keep things comfortable and enjoyable for both of you. Number 3. Be mindful of timing and setting. Context matters a lot when approaching a woman. Studies from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships indicate that timing can greatly influence how an interaction unfolds. Social environments, like bars, clubs, or networking events, are typically more appropriate for approaching strangers. On the other hand, trying to flirt at places like the gym, where people may be focused on their routine, or at work, can come across as intrusive. Look for approach invitations. For instance, if she makes eye contact multiple times or gives you a smile, it's usually a sign that she's open to being approached. Respecting the setting and context can make all the difference in the outcome of your approach. Number 2. Respect her response. Handling rejection gracefully is a mark of true confidence. Research by social psychologist Dr. Vanessa Bones reveals that people often fear rejection more than they need to. Rejection, while uncomfortable, is rarely personal. If she isn't interested, politely bowing out without pressuring her further leaves a positive impression. You never know, she may be open to talking at a later time, or she may have a friend who would be a better match for you. Keeping a lighthearted attitude and accepting rejection with dignity not only demonstrates maturity, but also leaves the door open for positive future interactions. Remember, rejection is a natural part of the dating process, and every no brings you closer to a yes. Number 1. Practice, learn, and improve. Flirting is not about scripts, but about building genuine connections, and this requires practice. Dr. Carol Dweck's concept of a growth mindset applies here. View each interaction as a learning experience, whether it goes well or not. Taking note of what worked, what made her smile, or what seemed to make her uncomfortable can help refine your approach in future situations. Socializing frequently in various settings can make flirting feel more natural. Consider practicing in low-pressure environments, like casual gatherings, or even engaging with strangers in non-romantic ways, such as complimenting someone at a coffee shop. The more you put yourself out there, the more confident and proficient you'll become. Alright, that's all for today's video. Smash that like button if you've ever had a flirting fail. It's all part of the journey. Subscribe for more tips and real-life experiments that are guaranteed to be awkward, hilarious, or maybe even a little successful. And hey, remember, flirting is like a dance. You'll step on a few toes, but eventually you'll find your rhythm. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.